welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and we're here with another Pokemon GO video on the channel, starting off a little bit different than usual. I'm not outside. I'm here at the computer because, to start off, we've got a little bit of research to do. If you saw the last episode, we ended off with a mysterious new research assignment, field research, to scan the Carlton Community Center, the gym just right across the street there. Currently not in range, so we're going to get into checking this out in just a little bit. But I want to learn more about what the AR scanning or the AR mapping is all about. So what is PokéStop scanning? What it says here is, trainers can help build 3D maps of the locations of their favorite Pokéstops and gyms by walking around public places and taking a series of pictures with their mobile devices. We can use data collected this way to continue to develop and refine AR features for Pokemon GO. That all sounds really cool, but we want to learn a little bit more about this. So let's go to the news section, and actually, you know what we're going to do? I'll click this, but I believe it's got a link to go to the help center. I'm going to read this on the computer, on the website. Just one sec. Switch over to the other scene, and I think we're still recording. Hopefully so. October 20th, an update of AR mapping tasks are coming to Pokemon GO. There's a little video here you can check out. I'm not going to play it in case copyright issues or whatnot, but we're going to get all the information here essentially. An exciting feature is coming. You can soon experience Pokemon GO in a whole new way with AR mapping tasks. Certain Pokestops will have a special design indicating that you'll receive an AR mapping task when you spin them. The task will require you to complete an action either at the Pokestop where you receive the task or at another Pokestop within a certain radius. Complete the task by heading on over to the AR scanning screen, which we just saw a moment ago, and exploring the area around you. This task will count as your daily field research task, so when we're getting our daily stamps for our field research, that's going to count for that, which is kind of cool. Trainers level 20 and up will have access to this new feature beginning on Tuesday, which was yesterday, October 20th. Oh yeah, also it is Wednesday the 21st at 1 p.m. Pacific time. This feature will not be available to Niantic Kids accounts at launch. In the future, parents will have the option to toggle this feature on for Niantic Kids accounts. Stay tuned for updates on when that option will become available. For more details on AR mapping tasks, check out this Help Center article. We'll check that out in just a second here. Make sure we're not missing any other information. We're excited for the future of AR and Pokemon GO, and hope you are too. Let's go. Now, I heard that what this feature is going to do is allow our Pokemon to interact with more actual real-world objects. I was reading a news article, and hopefully it's accurate because it sounds really cool. If you have, for example, a statue that you take an AR scan of, it's supposed to be able to enable a 3D representation of that statue as far as the Pokemon AR Plus mode goes, and your Pokemon can kind of hide behind it. You'll see it, I think it's called AR occlusion or something like that, where instead of the Pokemon being superimposed on top of your video image or your photo image, they will actually hide in behind the Pokestop, which sounds really cool. So here's what the help article says on Pokemon GO's blog. You can choose to upload the scan right away or later. It's probably important to note that, because if you don't want to burn through your data, if you're on mobile device, you don't have Wi-Fi, you probably want to save your scan data until you can get into your Wi-Fi connections and then upload it. I know I'll be doing that for sure. These tasks will be available to level 20 trainers and up, though if your device doesn't meet the requirements to complete a Pokestop scan, you won't be able to complete the task. Suppose I haven't even tested this yet. Can I even do that? Hopefully my phone is up to par to do that. Okay, note about child accounts. Trainers with child accounts will not be able to receive AR mapping field research tasks. So what makes a good Pokestop scan? Well, let me tell you. A 20 to 30 second scan that keeps the Pokestop in the center of the frame and is visible from top to bottom within the frame. So you maintain a consistent movement speed and distance between you and the object. If possible, walk a full 360 degrees around the Pokestop. If walking all the way around isn't possible, 180 degrees will still work. Pokestop scans taken in various environmental conditions, lighting at various times of day, different types of weather, etc., are good Pokestop scans also. While recording, prompts may appear on screen if issues with the quality of your scan are detected. For example, if light is insufficient or there's not enough movement. Alright, one last thing to check, I think. Information on the Pokestop scan feature. Okay, a few things to avoid if possible. Standing stationary and making a circular hand motion is not useful, as Pokestop scans made while walking 10 or more steps from your starting position. Or is not as useful. Okay. PokéStop scans in extreme darkness may not include enough usable information. Blurry PokéStop scans can sometimes be improved by wiping the lens, tapping the PokéStop on screen before scanning, or moving more slowly. Additionally, while it's better to upload scans without obstructions or people between you and the PokéStop, we understand that this is sometimes unavoidable. We automatically check every PokéStop scan to blur faces, plates, and other identifying information. Okay, some guidelines on how to scan different PokéStops. I think this is where it talks about buildings. So please stay away from your surroundings. Please stay aware of your surroundings. Watch where you're moving. You can look away from the screen because keeping the PokéStop within the frame doesn't need to be perfect, and you can submit multiple scans of that PokéStop. It should be the main focus of scans, but it's also helpful to have some of the surrounding area included, specifically for smaller PokéStops. Point your camera towards the stop while moving around it or near it. Consider moving in an orbit around. It can be circular or it can be more broad, where you can approach the PokéStop from a distance and scan as you approach. Multiple scans of the same stop helps us better build AR maps, especially when taken from different viewpoints, at different times of day and different lighting. More stop scanning coverage correlates with more places and times of day that AR features can work robustly. PokéStop scans of longer durations are typically easier to combine than many short scans. Move along public paths or walkways near the PokéStop. While the main focus of the stop scans should be the PokéStop itself, please stay on public paths or walkways near the stop or the surrounding area. Okay, so flat PokéStops, murals, memorial plaques, signage, etc. Face the PokéStop and walk laterally, so that means no orbit, like no rotating, just kind of flat across, I believe. Walk laterally from one side to the other. If the PokéStop itself is small, like a plaque on a bench, please scan the entire bench versus just the plaque, so whatever it's connected to. Medium-sized PokéStops, like statues, playground structures, informational signs, walk 360 degrees around if you can. Large PokéStops, like buildings and athletic fields. While staying within range of the stop, move laterally across the face of the structure or building. So that's going to be good for our community center. Before starting your next PokéStop scan of the same large PokéStop, take 2 steps back to overlap your new scan with the previous one. If the PokéStop is a park or athletic field, try to focus on freestanding elements that are most representative of that PokéStop. If you are able to continue scanning further, you can connect freestanding elements by getting 2 or more of them filmed in the same PokéStop scan. For your safety, always be aware of your surroundings while you are scanning. So I think that's all the information we really need to get out there and start doing our first PokéStop scans. So let's head on across the street and see what this is all about. I'm now outside the Carleton Community Center, and initially, last night, my first thought was maybe it's only the gyms that are going to be doing this, because if I look around at the other gyms in the area like I did last night, see this one has the AR mapping symbol. I believe this one up here, King Square, has AR mapping as well. Because since we can get research tasks from regular PokéStops but not from gyms, I thought this might be a way for Niantic to start adding in more research rewards for us. But if I look all the way down here, if I can reach it, the Marketplace baseball field, it does have an AR mapping tag as well, despite not being a gym. So anything could go as far as these AR mapping rewards. Alright, now that we are here though, let us get to our research. Okay, so it says visit this PokéStop to scan it. Let's see what happens when we click scan PokéStop. So scanning tips, scan the subject of the PokéStop or gym by keeping it inside the frame and slowly walking around it if possible. Please do not scan inside private residences or from locations that are inaccessible to the public. Okay, it says 0 PokéStop scans remaining. Can I not do it then? More available in 0 days. Okay, scan cautiously. Be respectful of others while scanning. Remember to stay safe and be aware of your surroundings. Speaking of which, there's somebody heading in right now, so we're going to wait a moment and then we'll get to the scanning. Okay, so I guess I gotta hit record to make this happen. I believe we have it nice in frame here. Okay. So we are recording. Oh, there is a time limit for the record as well. Try to keep my movement constant. I'm not maintaining my distance. I was gonna walk into a bush if I didn't step forward like this. Wonder if that tree is going to be something I have to work with. So I'm not seeing any prompts as far as lighting or distance or movement, so I think this is going okay. Okay. So it shows our frame. So it's going to be automatically analyzed, they say, once it's uploaded. So there's just doing a recap. Bear with me if I'm not talking too much. This is new. I'm trying to learn about it myself as well. I think that's fine. Got a little jittery there, but I was walking across grass and stuff. So we're going to hit upload later. Thank you for your contribution. Your upload, I can't even speak. You can upload PokéStop scans via the settings menu. So we completed that. Should I do another one? Well, I'm gonna wait. I can try another one in the future. But it did say I didn't have any more scans remaining, didn't it? I'm gonna wait and see what that says once we get to the uptown area, because if I can only do this one scan per day. That's an interesting looking flower. One sec. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I think those are seashells. Anyway, distraction away. We'll claim 5 great balls for that, which I'm basically just going to toss because, as I say, I don't use them. But yeah, we'll see if there's other research tasks for us once we get to the uptown area as far as AR mapping. So what we're going to do right now, though, hang on, I'm just going to step over this way for 1 second and we'll get moving on the rest of our day. So I am going to be walking with our buddy Articuno for the day. I have several Poffins. I'm going to use one right now. Generally, I save the Poffins for the legendary Pokemon because how it cuts their walk distance for candy in half. But I kind of want to see, how do you approach? Okay, he does fly. I wonder if we'll ever see a bird Pokemon that walks towards you. Well, I guess technically we do with Dodrio. I've seen that already. But I was wondering, would Articuno just kind of walk up or does it fly? And indeed, it does fly. So now with that Poffin active, we get double the hearts for every action we accomplish. And that is for 6 hours, I think it is? I believe so. So I'm going to be doing some photos and stuff with him as well. But in the meantime, I did spin the Carleton Community Center, did get another scan task. So scan the Carleton Community Center again for 3 Hyper Potions. Alright, let's get a second scan underway then. If we can, I should say. If we have any scans remaining for the day. Hang on, back out. I gotta see what it said. It says... Well, okay, we still have 199 remaining for the day. I guess it just needed to be kicked in. More available in 13 day, or S, give or take. Alright, let's do one more scan. I'm gonna see if I can get closer, though, for more consistent distance. Okay, so this is this side of it. Make sure it all stays in frame. Now I wonder too, with it being up a hill slightly, if they would need the hill sort of incorporated also or not. I really don't know. First time doing this. Let's get this whole building in place. And again, it said no indication on whether or not I had to get all the sides of it. I imagine you would, to get like the full 3D representation of it, but I don't know. Okay, I'm assuming that's decent. I think I went out of frame a little bit, but they said as long as it's like close and decent, that should do the trick. Okay, I think we're good here for now. I'll do upload later once again. In fact, let me get across the street to get within range of my own Wi-Fi, and we'll see what happens when I upload the scans. Just give me 1 second. Alright, with that Poffin, Articuno and I have now hit Ultra Buddies. Very cool. What's slightly uncool is that my video screen seems to have glitched a bit. The top part, we can't see. Oh, that's even weirder. Okay, we can see the PokéStops in the distance, but we can't quite see the ground. Anyway, we are connected to Wi-Fi though, so first things first, let's get our Hyper Potions for completing that task. If we hadn't already filled up our stamps last night, we would have gotten one for doing that today, of course. Alright, now go into settings, they say, and let's find upload, where is it? Right there. Upload, okay. So it just basically goes through a loading bar. Alright, we'll give it a moment here. And complete. That only took about 20-25 seconds or so. Probably longer when I check the video editing and stuff, but either way, it is uploaded. So, that is good for the time being. So since the game is currently visually glitched, we're going to stop for the moment, but I'll pop back in once we hit the Uptown area for some more potential AR PokéStop scanning. I've once again landed here in the Uptown area of town, and I did a quick little scan around, see what we have for AR mapping, and honestly, there's not that many viable options right now. I'll show you them as we get to them, but I think there was only like 2, maybe 3 that are accessible right now, so they'll probably add more in the future over time, but for the time being, we can make use of which ones we have available right now. I also did a quick little scan for Giovanni. There's only one spot that we see a possible Giovanni sighting at. Most likely going to be a decoy, but hey, we do need to get a battle with our Articuno, so we'll probably take them on, and I wonder what they have for Shadow Pokemon, those decoys. I heard someone say Shadow Bellsprout could be a thing, and hey, Articuno is going to be great against that. Alright, so anyway, let's keep on moving on and see if we can find any of these AR mapping spots, and we'll check back in as we do. At the moment, I'm currently outside the Church of St. Andrew and St. David, as you can see in the background here. Talk a little bit about something that people have said might be the reasoning behind the AR PokéStop scanning coming into the game at this point. Some have said it might be to help Niantic cut back on the fake PokéStops that are being submitted, and honestly, I don't really know how people could submit a fake PokéStop, because you need a photo of the location of the object at the time. You can't just upload a photo that you've already taken. You got to snap it while you're submitting a nomination, and other people have to approve it, and they have to be able to see it on the map, on Google Maps, Street View, for example. So I don't know how a phony one could be submitted, but apparently people have said that it has happened, and scanning, or sorry, AR scanning the actual location, submitting that to Niantic could help them cut back on, the fake stuff. I don't know about all that. I just wonder what's going to happen if, for example, right here at St. Andrew, St. David, it used to be a gym at one point. It, for some reason, I don't know why, it relocated here a few blocks away. Also, there's an Exeggutor raid going on. I think Articuno can handle that one. Right there, the Church of St. Andrew and St. David. It's located up there now. What would be to happen? Is that the right terminology? Anyway, if this was an AR mapping research thingy, but you can't be in range of the location to actually scan the building that it's representing, that would be kind of weird. I'm kind of curious to see what would happen if we ever see AR mapping on that gym. I'll probably give it a try just to see how it goes. But all that being said, there's not a lot of options, as I said, for AR mapping right now. We've got this one down here, if I can tap it, right there, yeah, the SPCA statue. You see that AR mapping tag on there. That's usually where I catch my bus to head home when I'm done walking for the day. So I do want to get a nice 360 view of that. That's definitely an option. There was another one somewhere, I can't remember where exactly, but as I keep walking, I'll keep searching, and we'll pop back in as we get some of these scans completed. I got down here to the SPCA statue just before a Rocket Grunt took it over, but I did manage to grab the... Oh, get out of here, you. Did manage to grab the scan task to get 3 Hyper Potions. Currently, I don't see anybody around, so we should be able to get this done without any faces in the background and such. So let's go ahead, step a little bit closer, hit the old scan PokéStop. There we go. Alright, scan cautiously, it says. Okay, step up here. Now, I think, looking back, I don't think I recorded the Carlton Community Center properly, because it shows you the frame on screen, and I'm losing all the distance, I'm messing up. I don't think I'm getting a good scan. I'm not even halfway around here yet. I might be able to finish this, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm in frame at all with this. Step up on a curb. I mean, I guess we can do the review, though, and see how it looks. Alright, put the wrong phone down. Let's take a look-see. I mean, I guess it's okay-ish, maybe. As they say, be careful where you're walking because there's limited space that I can have to do the scan. I'm going to do a rescan, actually. Click rescan. There we go. Alright. I think there's enough space. Let's try this again. I got to make sure to move quicker, too, though. Trying to keep the camera a little bit more steady. Alright, looking good so far. I'm about halfway through. Isn't this exciting, folks? Isn't this the coolest thing ever for you to be watching? I mean, it's probably more interesting for people to be able to do it, but for you watching me do it, it's probably not too noteworthy. Now I'll trip over a stair. That's going to have to do, I think. One little recap as well. You know, I think we already know what it looks like. Yeah, we're good. It'll be cool to see how much detail they can get, though, with these faces on the side. It might just turn out to be like a flat texture map when they put it together, but look at this guy. I think I just saw the thumbnail right there. Always picking the craziest stuff for my thumbnails. Alright, upload later. So that is that. We're going to get ourselves the 3 hyper potions. Now, the only other location I can see in the area, and there goes our weird glitch again. The only other location in the area is currently the aquatic center just up to the corner. But problem is, well, 2 problems. First of all, it's such an oddly shaped building and it kind of connects to every other building with it. I don't know what face they would want me to scan for it. The other thing is, there's currently some construction underway right up there at the corner. That part of the road is blocked off and I can't even really access it. So that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to not do for now. But as I said before, hopefully the location where the AR mapping is available does rotate daily, because if so, we'll have other options for AR mapping when that time comes. Alright, for now, I think we're just going to walk Articuno a little bit more. Another 1.13. Get his last couple of hearts for the day, make full use of that Poffin. And I think that's it for Articuno's day out on the town. And we'll head back to the lab / of course the house and regroup and see what we're going to do next. Happy breakthrough day, everybody. It's currently Thursday, the next day, and it is time for me to get my breakthrough box for our week's worth of Pokemon Go research and stuff. Grab some Stardust for now, get that stamp, and see what Willow has to say. Good job with your field research, same old stuff. Okay, so let us claim the breakthrough box. My collection is full, of course. Just to remind us that we are in the spooky Halloween season. Of course, our encounter is going to be held off for a moment. Gotta transfer away. Say bye to this little Charmander, I suppose. There you go, buddy. Say hi to Willow for me as we get ourselves a Ghost-type Pokemon. Of course, if you are unfamiliar with what the current breakthrough box reward is going to be the mythical, which isn't mythical at all, I'm just making it up, Shedinja. I still don't know if there's shinies available. I haven't seen anything on social media, so you'd think if there were shiny Shedinja available, we would have seen it by now. But who knows? What if they make it for like the last week of October, you have a chance to get one. But it is still a capture to be made, and it's going to attack, even though it didn't even move. See that? Still going to get the catch. So I did look around at the PokéStops and the gyms in the area. Exactly the same ones that had the AR mapping tag yesterday have them today. So it doesn't look like they do rotate out from day to day. So we might just be kind of stuck waiting until... You saw that, right? I did the berry. I did the curveball. I did the excellent throw. And it broke out. Anyway, have to wait until... we get some more AR mapping research added by Niantic into the game, but I'm patient. We'll see some more of that eventually. Also, no sightings of Giovanni in the area as well. But I guess that's going to wrap up our AR mapping episode of Pokemon Go. I know there wasn't as much content as there is other times because I got so wrapped up in it. And actually, when I was reading the news at the start, I cut a lot of that out because I was repeating the same stuff over and over. So that was actually longer when I initially recorded it all. So hopefully you don't mind how much I cut out, even though it's still kind of long. But it had some good information in it anyways, though. But the next episode does promise to be potentially an even bigger episode because, as I alluded to previously, it is going to be the start of the Halloween season. I messed up. I said it was starting on the 25th. It's actually starting on the 23rd. But I'm going to wait and talk about that in the next episode, because I will start recording for that the day of. Actually, what time of day does that start? 6 p.m. Oh, 6 p.m. Pacific time. That won't be until 10 p.m. my time on Friday. You guys up for a little bit late night Pokemon Go recording? I could try it. I usually can't record too well outside because there's, like, very bad lighting, but alright, we'll see how things go on Friday. But in addition to the start of the Halloween event in Pokemon Go, there is still Giovanni. I do hope to take him down in that next episode so we can finally put an end to Team Go Rocket and their evil schemes for 2020. As I said, this is the last event or special research for Team Go Rocket in 2020. Of course, they will be back next year. But when that happens, we'll deal with it then. For the time being, we are going to call it a day for today's episode of Pokemon Go. Thank you folks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to click that like button down below and let me know that you did enjoy it. And if you want to subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Go content, feel free to do so with the old subscribe button. You can also click the join button right down below the video. See what perks you can get for helping to support the channel by joining as a member. In addition to the perks you see when you click that join button, the first 50 members altogether on our channel will be guaranteed a spot on my friends list in Pokemon Go for some guaranteed gifts. 1 per month for the lab rats, 1 per week for the lab aids, but generally more than just those sent out because I can get a lot of gifts throughout the day. Also, lab rats will get 1 Pokemon TCG online code card every month for being a member. Lab aids will get 2 per month. Plus access to some members exclusive live streams, which may feature more code cards in the future. With all that, it is now time to start on my day. Thank you folks once again for watching today's episode. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time, especially if you are Shedinja.